Hello everyone, welcome to Lorraine Corbanic Fitness. I'm Lorraine. Thank you so much for joining me on my YouTube channel today, and thank you for joining me for our power yoga class. Make sure you've got your yoga mat. Maybe you'd like a set of yoga blocks if you feel that you might need them for a little bit of help with that balance or just some extension and height. Maybe a little bit of water, and we're just going to get started right away. So coming on down into hero pose, we're going to take those feet together behind us, taking the knees together. Sitting up nice and tall, you can draw the shoulders away from the ears, hands planted on the thighs. And if this position isn't comfortable for you, just finding another seated position that works for you, you can softly close those eyes. And as we begin, we'll just start taking some nice deep breaths here, inhaling and exhaling through the nostrils. Noticing where the breath is in the body and how it's moving today. Unclenching the jaw and releasing tension from the face. Just inviting a little bit of softness today, even though we're going to be doing power yoga and being very strong with the body. Allowing the mind to be gentle and forgiving. Accepting. Patient. Let all other thoughts just pass you by today. Begin to really center yourself. Find that breath. Feel that connection to your body. Perhaps that means you want to place one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Begin to invite that deeper breath going right past the chest and filling up the belly. As you inhale, feel the belly press away from the body. And as you exhale, feel it retreat back. I urge you to honor your body here today. If there's anything that doesn't work for you, just let it slide away. Maybe invite a little smile or even a little laughter if you wobble or topple over. We are all prone to that. 3 more breaths here before we begin taking any movement. This is a great time to set an intention for yourself this morning if that's something you like to do. Gently fluttering open the eyes. We'll slide forward into tabletop position. So let's take those hands nice and wide spread underneath the shoulders. Take your knees back until they're aligned with the hips. Nice tabletop position. Nice flat back, drawing the belly in. Tucking toes under as you inhale. Go ahead and ripple forward, opening up the throat and the tailbone. And as you exhale, draw the belly in towards the spine, rounding the back. Inhale, draw the torso forward, gently drawing that chest through the shoulders. Exhale, round through that back. Feel the shoulders spread apart as the chin gently tucks in towards the body. Inhale, come forward. Warming up our spine here with our cat-cow. Exhale, round. Let's take one more here. Pausing with a flat back, just a nice neutral spine in tabletop position. Go ahead and slide the hands up the mat, taking them nice and wide, shoulder distance. Exhale as you send your hips up towards the heavens, downward facing dog. Feel free to take some movement here at the beginning, maybe pedaling out the legs, maybe nodding the head up and down. Working out any kinks that might be in your body from sleeping all night or sitting all day. Notice every part of your body, whether it's in stillness or in motion. And then let's bend into knees, look up to the hands, walk or jump to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift, sliding hands up the shins. Exhale to fold. As you inhale, reach the arms out to the sides and reverse swan dive, pressing down through the bottoms of the feet. Hands will come together overhead, and you can exhale as you slide the hands down through heart center. Release hands out to the side. Inhale, sweep them back up overhead. As you exhale, reach them back out to the side and swan dive right back down. Once the head is below the heart, inhale as you halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, fold, plant the hands on the mat, step back into plank. Take a nice big inhale breath, and as you exhale, keep the elbows in nice and close to the body. Then untuck toes, lower hands down to rib cage. Inhale, rise up into cobra. Exhale, roll over toes, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Looking up, bend into knees, walk or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale to forward fold. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise on up. Hands reach right up overhead. Exhale, slide them down. Release hands out to the side, and one more time. Inhale, reach them overhead. Exhale as you come all the way back down, sliding hands away from the body. Inhale to halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant those hands, step back into plank, and as you exhale that second time, lower on down to the earth. Inhale, rise up into cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over toes, downward facing dog. 3 big breaths here. Once again, we'll bend into knees, look up to the hands, and either walk or jump up to the top of the mat. Forward fold here, release hands from the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold, and the next time on your inhale, we're going to drop these hips now. Reach the arms up overhead. Utkatasana, chair pose. Go ahead and tuck that tailbone under just slightly to flatten out that lower back. Make sure you can see those toes past the knees. If you can't, shoot those hips back a little bit further. Big inhale, reach up through those hands. And as you exhale, forward fold. Hips go up to the sky. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. We'll plant those hands on the mat, step back into plank. Big inhale breath, and then as you exhale, lower hands down to the mat. Inhaling, we'll rise up into our cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to sweep the right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, sweep it through the middle of the mat, planting it quietly between the hands. Step that left foot forward, plant it at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, rise on up, Virabhadrasana 1. Palms face forward, pull that left hip forward, right hip back. Exhale, hinging at the waist, slowly with control, bringing the torso down, framing the front foot with the hands. Step back into plank. On your exhale breath and keeping those elbows in, lower down to the ground. Inhale, rise up into upward facing dog or your cobra. Exhale, roll over toes, downward facing dog. Inhale as you sweep left leg up to the ceiling now. Ceiling or sky. Exhale, draw that foot through, planting it to the hands. We'll step forward with the right foot this time. Inhale. Reach the arms up overhead, squaring out the hips, pulling the left hip back this time. Chest open. And with those palms facing forward, exhale, begin your descent nice and slow. We'll frame that front foot with these hands. Step back into plank, nice and strong, pressing back through the heels. Big inhale, breath, and then exhale, lower the body all the way down to the earth. Untuck toes, inhale, rise up into cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over toes, downward facing dog again. Little reset here. Press into those hands, let the chest melt, maybe loosen out the head neck. Take a breath. And then as you inhale, we'll reach that right foot up towards the sky again. Exhale, sweep it through the center of the mat and plant that right foot between the hands. Lower the left knee down to the earth. We're in low lunge position here. As we inhale, we're going to lift those arms up overhead, reaching towards the sky once again. Feel that length, feel that stretch. as you exhale, twist from the core. We're going to twist to the right, taking the left hand down beside the right ankle. Now this is a great place for that block if you need a little bit of height. If you feel like you're collapsing, place a block right there. And then as you inhale, sweep the right arm up towards the sky and straighten the back left leg. How does that feel? Revolved 8-point crescent moon. Yeah, reach for the sky. Feel the strength in the body, and maybe you're shaking or quivering a little bit. That's okay. We're coming into high lunge now. So as you inhale, lift that left hand off the ground, sweep it up overhead. Beautiful high lunge. Reach through those hands. And then from here, I'm going to be turning away from you, so hopefully you can still hear me. We're coming into extended side angle pose. So we'll come into side angle first by releasing right elbow down towards that right knee. We're going to pivot on that left foot, taking it parallel to the back edge of the mat. Left arm reaches up towards the sky. Release the right hand down towards the mat. Beautiful. Go ahead and ground down through that pinky edge of the left foot. Extended side angle pose, and if you need that block underneath that right hand, great place for it. On your next big inhale, sweep both hands up, coming into warrior two, looking out over top of the right fingers. And then we'll simply cartwheel those hands to come down into plank. So framing that front foot with the hands, step the right foot back, taking your plank pose. Gently nudge the shoulders away from the ears, plant the right hand right underneath that right shoulder, and then pivot over on the feet. Inhale, sweep left arm up towards the sky, side plank. Softest of bends in that right elbow, feeling the legs nice and long and strong. And then exhale, slowly sweep that left hand down towards the mat. Exhale as you hinge back into your downward facing dog. Couple of nice deep breaths here, my friends. And then go ahead and repeat on the other side. So inhale, sweep left leg up towards the heavens. Exhale as it comes through the center of the mat, planting left foot between the hands this time. Settling that right knee down to the earth. That right ankle right underneath the right knee. Inhale, lift those hands up towards the sky. Reach through the fingertips. Yeah, you know we're going from here. So this time as you exhale, twist to the left, dropping the right hand down, maybe placing the block on the outside of that ankle. And then inhale, go ahead and extend up through the left hand, making that right leg nice and straight, pressing back through the heel. That revolved 8-point crescent moon. Beautiful. From here, remember, as we inhale, lift the right hand off of the earth, sweep the hands up overhead, high lunge. And if you need to step forward a little bit, if you've gotten too low in your high lunge, you can certainly step it forward a little bit. Yeah, it's always about adjusting a little bit, isn't it? All right, so from here, go ahead and lower left elbow down to that left knee. Pivot with that back foot, coming into our extended side angle pose. Slide that left hand down the leg, finding the inside of the heel there. Maybe finding the earth or finding your block. Beautiful job, everyone. Maybe looking up past the fingertips. Hello, bird. Oh, I love practicing yoga outside. It's so amazing. Excellent job. Sometimes it makes me forget where we are though. All right, from here I think we're coming into side plank. So we're gonna come on up first into warrior two. Oh, I think I did that wrong, but that's okay, we're in warrior two now. Go ahead and cartwheel arms. We're coming down, framing that front foot. Oh no, I think I did do it right, back into plank. Sometimes you just have to just laugh. You can't take yourself too seriously. Nice flat back here, everybody. Nudge those shoulders away from your ears. And then go ahead, lift that left palm up, right underneath the shoulders where you want it. Pivot over on the side edges of the feet. Inhale as you sweep that right arm up towards the sky. Yeah, draw that navel in towards the spine. Feel everything drawing towards the midline. Beautiful. Maybe closing the eyes, taking a moment Think something joyful. And then when you're ready, exhale, slide that right hand back down to the earth. Taking plank pose here. Taking the hands right underneath the shoulders. Nice strong legs. So good to be able to practice that, the strong plank pose. It's just so important for yogis. All right, from here, exhale, downward facing dog. And then once again, bending into knees, looking up, walk or hop to the top of the mat. We're going to take big toes together here. Separate the heels just slightly. Inhale, rise on up, Utkatasana, chair pose. We've been here before. We're going to be coming into Parivrita, revolve chair. So we're going to inhale, reach up through the fingers. Exhale to slide the hands down to heart center. Twisting to the right. That left elbow is going to tuck behind that right knee. Look down at the knees, make sure they're nice and square. So if that left knee has popped forward, go ahead and pull it back. Pressing into hands, you can maybe gaze up past the elbows. Or elbow rather, the one pointing up. Find your joy, find your bliss, find your sense of humor. There we go. We're going to come right into the opposite side. So first we'll come into mountain pose. Inhale, press through the bottom of the feet. Come on up to standing, hand at heart center. Yeah, really nice. One big breath here. Inhale up through the crown. Exhale, dip down, coming into Utkatasana chair pose. Second inhale breath to lengthen while we're down here. Exhale, twist, right elbow goes past that left knee. Gently pressing into the hands, turning, looking past that left elbow. Drop the left shoulder away from the ear. Big inhale, breath to support. Exhale, come forward, forward fold. Let's go ahead and separate our feet here so that they're hip distance apart. Just let your head hang. Now, if you want a little more here, you can come into gorilla pose, lifting up the right foot, sliding right hand right underneath so that the right toe is right up to the wrist. And then pick up the left toes as well, taking left toes to the left wrist. And once again, hanging down. Drawing that nose, that forehead right in towards the knees. Oh, what a beautiful stretch. And then go ahead and lift that right foot, release the right hand. Pick up the left foot, release the left hand. Yeah. All right, from here, press down through the bottoms of the feet. Big inhale, sweep those arms up overhead. Reach for the heavens. Exhale, sweep the hands down. We're going to take that right hand right underneath the left, the whole arm. Coming up, you can either hang onto thumbs, you can put palms of the hands together. You could even place the palms on the shoulders if that's what you'd like. So coming into our eagle pose here, transfer the weight over to the left leg, soft bend in that left knee. And then hinge the hips back as you exhale. Just coming down into a little bit of a bent knee, and then pick up that right foot, cross it over. Here you could have that foot just touching down, or you could go into full bind, wrapping that right foot right around the left shin. Garudanasana, eagle pose, lift those elbows up off the chest, gently nestle those shoulders back, away from the ears. And then just find a spot in front of you that you can look at, get your balance, find your drishti. What a powerful pose. I know you're all doing well. I should not be trying to look at you. I'll fall out. From here, we're coming into tree pose. So as you come up, release the arms. Maybe take that foot up towards that inner thigh. If it needs to be lower down, that's fine. Just make sure it's not on the knee. Hands at heart center. Nice wide open chest here. Pressing the foot into the leg, pressing the leg into the foot. Not letting that hip jut out to the side. And then, of course, if you want to take your tree branches and extend them up to the heavens, by all means. Soften that jaw, that face, soften the expectations. Enjoy wherever you're at. And then as you exhale, slowly bring the hands back down to your heart center. Lift that right foot off the leg, extend it back behind you, planting it parallel to the back edge of the mat. We're going to come into Trikonasana or triangle, so let's straighten that front leg. And the heel of that left foot is pretty much in line with that right foot behind you. Extend the arms out at shoulder height. Send those right hips back and reach forward with that left hand. Go ahead and hinge over at the waist, taking that left hand down inside the left ankle, looking up past the right extended fingertips. Feel the length and the opening. Feel the pressure along that pinky edge of the back foot and that nice strength inside that inner left leg. Big inhale. As you exhale, sweep the right hand down towards the mat. We're going to come into pyramid pose. So we're going to pivot that back foot, that right foot, so that it is pointing straight ahead, just like the left one. Notice that the feet are on a skateboard or train tracks, not on a tightrope. And then lower that head down. Remember, if you need the blocks are a great place here underneath the hands. And then just let your head drop down. Beautiful job, everybody. Let's bend into the left knee, walk those fingertips forward. And as we walk forward, we're going to transfer our weight onto that left foot. Let the right foot travel up behind you, lifting it up. We're going to lower the right hip so that it's parallel to the left. Beautiful job. Standing splits. Press through the right foot. Again, if you want those blocks, place one under each hand. You can lift the chest. You can feel the body nice and straight here, nice and parallel to the ground. Either way is fine, with or without the blocks. And then as you exhale, slowly drift that right foot all the way back down. Hip distance apart, forward fold. Inhaling, we'll sweep those hands all the way out, stretch through the fingertips, press down through the feet for your grounding. Bring the hands up, and then as you exhale, sweep the hands back down. This time we'll take left arm underneath the right, setting up for our eagle pose on the opposite side. Transfer the weight to the right foot and take that little bend in the right knee. Go ahead and exhale as you bend into the knees. Lifting up the left foot off the ground and crossing the legs here again, maybe just putting the toe on the ground, maybe even placing a block there, or taking the full bind. And then exhaling, we can settle on down a little further. Garudasana. Go ahead and take those elbows away from the chest. Oh, here comes that wind. Beautiful. Really nice, everyone. Drop those shoulders. I know they like to creep up to the ears. And then setting up for tree pose, take a big inhale breath. As you exhale, release the bind, press on up, and take that left foot wherever you need it. Mine's coming up to that inner thigh, pressing into the leg, hands come to heart center. And if the foot needs to drop down towards the ankle, that's fine. It's just a different version of tree pose. Maybe the branches are coming up to get in that beautiful wind that I'm experiencing here. Whew, good thing I have a little bar. See, we all fall over, even us yoga instructors. Excellent, everyone. And then setting up for our beautiful triangle pose, you're going to hinge forward at the waist, release that left foot, it's going to shoot behind you, it's going to be parallel to the back edge of the mat. Take a look at that front heel, make sure it's in line with the back foot's arch, and extend the arms out nice and wide. Straightening that right knee, we're going to hinge the left hip back and extend the arms forward, reaching, and then hinging over, cartwheeling arms. That right hand's on the inside of the right foot. Left hand reaching up, extension, length. Opening up the chest. Left shoulder stacked on top of the right. How are we doing, everybody? Let's come into our pyramid pose. So go ahead and exhale, drop that left hand. Pivot the left foot behind you, coming into our pyramid pose, both feet pointing straight forward. Release the head, neck, and shoulders. Grab those blocks if you need them. Enjoy that beautiful stretch all the way along the back of the legs. See where you can soften, maybe your breath, maybe the forehead or the jaw. Then whenever you feel ready, walk the blocks or the hands forward, bend into that right knee. Begin to lift that left leg up. It's going to be coming parallel to the ground. Flex through that foot. Take your standing splits. Maybe grab the blocks. Remember to drop that left hip down so it's in line with the right hip, nice and square to the ground. And nice and slow with an exhale breath, drift that left foot down right underneath you. It's hip distance to the other foot and forward fold. From here, palms are right in front of the feet. We're just gonna step our left foot back and then step the right foot back. Take the knees right together, or they can be slightly separated, more like hip distance apart. Tuck those toes under. We're gonna come into Ustrasana or camel pose. So in camel pose, it can be helpful to have blocks right beside you, especially if you haven't come into camel before. Be really careful, it's quite a deep back bend. So you can start with hands just in those imaginary back pockets here. Gently draw the elbows close in toward one another. Make sure the shoulders are nice and soft. And as you press gently into the pelvis, let your chest lift up towards the heavens. Nice throat opener as well. So now we're in this nice soft back bend. You can stop anywhere you need. If you want to take your camel a little bit deeper, you can find those blocks. Keep lifting the chest. And if you can go even further, by all means, take the hands down to the heels of the feet. Slide the hands down the soles of the feet. Keep lifting the chest. Keep opening the throat. Enjoy. And as we come out, just as we came in, nice and slow, letting the chest lead, slowly lifting up the neck, head, and shoulders. We're going to go ahead and untuck those toes, settle down the bum onto the heels, and then forward folding from the waist. We can just take the head right down towards the knees. A nice counter pose here for the back. Just nice little child pose variation here. You can tuck your head in nice and close to the knees if it feels good. Hands on back of the feet. Feel the nice rounding in that lower back. Nice deep breaths. Feel that beautiful pressure of the belly against the thighs. Inhale as you slowly draw the belly inward and lift the torso off the thighs. Place the palms down in front of you, about shoulder distance apart. And press into the palms, reach the torso forward. We're going to slide our legs behind us. Taking the feet together, go ahead and slide all the way down to the mat. From here, release hands down beside the bodies, palm face up. Nudge the shoulders away from the ears. Nose is in the center of the mat, feet are drawn together. And then from here, as you inhale, lift the feet, the knees, the shoulders, the neck, and the head off the ground. Coming into locust pose here. You can spread fingers wide if you like, or keep them together. Point those fingers and toes. So nice for that back again. Keep breathing, my friends. Beautiful. We're gonna roll over onto our backs. So just take the time to roll on over. Find your way into the center of the mat. Draw the soles of the feet together. Supta Baddha Konasana, or reclining bound angle pose, recline butterfly. You can draw the soles up or the heels up as close to the groin as feels good, letting the knees drop open to the side. If it feels good for your body, you can place hands on the pelvis. Just a little moment to reset. Begin to come down to the end of class. Enjoy that beautiful deep opening in the hips. Three more nice deep breaths here, friends. And from here, if you like, you can use your hands to draw the knees together. Draw the knees into the chest. You can interlace hands. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Enjoy this stretch. And then we're going to roll up into our boat pose, Navasana. So go ahead and roll up and down the length of your spine from the tailbone to the neck. We're just going to come right up onto that tailbone to come into our boat pose. So extending the legs out. The feet are in line with the knees. Those shins are in line with the ground. Extend the hands out in front, taking the boat pose. Beautiful. Keep holding. Open up that chest, maybe place that smile on your face. 3 more breaths. I know you can do it. And then drawing the knees back into the chest, round through the spine, roll back down. We're going to come into some yogi bicycles here. So draw the right knee into the chest, extend the left leg long, hovering above the earth, about 6 inches or so. And then from here, simply switch legs, grabbing a hold of the left knee, drawing it in as the opposite leg is nice and long. Head and neck and shoulders are off the ground here. Let's do this with our breath. So each inhale and each exhale. Switching legs. That belly's drawn in, nice strong core. 3 more. Last one. Go ahead and take hold of both knees. Roll the head, neck, and shoulders down. Drop the feet behind the hips. Beautiful job. All right, so we're going to come into our shoulder stand here. So just a word of caution if you've never done this before. Just make sure that you've got someone there to support you. Maybe you can just take your bridge pose or knees into the chest again. And make sure if you're coming into it, whether you've done it before or not, that you don't look to the side once you're in it. So from here, we're going to extend our right leg up towards the sky. Nice flex in the foot. Take the left leg up as well. You could stay right here if you're not comfortable coming into the shoulder stand. This is like legs up the wall without the wall. Just love it. Draw the arms in nice and close to the body. On our exhale breath, we're going to be shooting those feet up towards the heaven, lifting the hips off the ground, tucking those thumbs and hands right underneath the hips. So do make sure the shoulders are away from the ears here. Take a big inhale breath. And exhale, lift those legs up to the sky, tucking those hands right into the hips. Beautiful. And I did it. I looked to the side because I always want to look at you and I shouldn't. Press through the heels. Those toes are reaching for the face. Nice, strong body. Feeling just a little bit of pressure on the back of the head, the back of the shoulders. And now you can stay here in your shoulder stand, or if you want to come into Halanasana or plow pose, take that big inhale breath, And as you exhale, slowly start lowering the feet behind your body. Hopefully I have enough room here. Remembering you can stop anywhere along the way. Go nice and slow, lots of control. And if those feet do happen to make it down to the earth behind you, you can walk toes in closer to the head. You might want to take the bind on the ground below you, just in clasping the hands together. Maybe knees come down to the forehead. Maybe you keep the legs nice and straight. And of course, just staying here as long as feels comfortable for you. When you're ready to come out, taking the hands back to the hips, inhaling to slowly lift those legs back up to the sky, pressing through those heels. Then we're going to bend nice and deep into the knees, drawing them towards the forehead. Big inhale breath. Exhale, roll the hips past the hands all the way down. Beautiful. One more time, we're going to roll up to seated. I'm going to turn around here. We're going to take a seated forward fold. So let's stay in or come into staff pose, Dandasana. Feet are together, legs are together. Reach on over, grab that fleshy bits, release it from underneath you. So you can be sitting right on those sitting bones. Sit up nice and tall, draw the belly in. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, reach for the sky. Hello, morning sun. Exhale, go ahead and hinge at the waist. Your hands will reach for those feet or the heels, maybe just the shins. Go ahead and let your chest pull forward. Nice little seated forward fold here. Stretching out the backs of the legs. Again, checking in with yourself, noticing if there's anything that's come to mind that's not serving you right now that you can just release. Finding the goodness, the strength, the positivity that you need for today. Release your hold, draw that navel in towards the spine. Inhale, rise back up into our Dandasana. Good job. Coming into a side twist here, we'll bend into that right knee, plant the right foot on the opposite side of the left leg. And then from here, inhale, sweep that right arm up. Exhale as you twist and plant it behind you. Keep the left foot flexed here. Inhale, sweep the left arm up, and exhale, drop left elbow behind that right knee. Drop the right shoulder behind you. And we're twisting from the belly here. You can feel that right through that lower back. Chest is nice and open. Still, it's another strong pose, even though it's a twist. Wringing us out through the midsection. As you inhale, folks, go ahead and come back to center. Release the bind. Take the legs nice and long again, and then bend into the left knee and take the left foot on the opposite side of the right leg. Sit up tall, flex through the right foot. Inhale, reach that left arm up towards the sky. Exhale as you twist and softly plant it behind you. You can have a block here as well. Inhale, reach the right arm up, tucking right elbow behind the left, and twist. You can release the bind. Inhaling, we come on back to our staff pose. Let's flex through those feet. Make sure you've got room to lay down behind you. Extend arms out to shoulder height. Draw the navel in, engaging those lower abdominals. Gently nudge the shoulders back into their sockets. And then as you exhale, roll down the spine so we're rounding the back, and feel each vertebrae stack one on top of the other. As you slowly, with control, use that core to make your way all the way down to the support of the ground. Feel your lovely mat meeting every part of your back as you go, nice and slow and gentle. Don't worry about how long it takes you to get down. Sometimes I think the longer the better. It certainly works that core. And then once you're all the way down to the mat, go ahead and lift that chest, tuck the shoulder blades underneath you. Gonna come into our happy baby. If you need to take baby, happy baby, the hands just go to knees. If you're ready for full baby, go ahead and reach through the legs. Take hold of the outside edges of those feet. Extend the arms on the other side of the legs. Take those knees nice and wide. Opening up the legs. Maybe finding a little bit of movement here. If you like to rock back and forth, that's fine. Feeling that stretch and that opening in the inner thighs. Beautiful, friends. Go ahead and draw those knees back together. We'll take the right knee into the chest, interlace the hands above the knee, extend the left leg long on the mat. Gently draw this right knee into the chest. And remember, if it doesn't feel good for your body to have that left leg extended, you can bend into the left knee, plant the left foot on the ground. Maybe you're circling out the ankle here of that right foot. And then switching legs. Big inhale, drop the right foot down to the ground. Pick up the left knee, draw it into the chest. Once again, maybe working into the ankle. Sending the breath down into the psoas muscle, the backs of the legs, the inner thighs. Stay with the body, stay with the breath. Don't let your mind wander. Stay present right to the very end. And then coming into our restoration pose, Shavasana. Extend that left leg long on the mat. Make whatever adjustments you need. Allow the feet to flop open. Allow the hands just to rest on the mat. Maybe palms up, maybe palms down. Take some nice deep breaths. Feel the entire body soften and relax, falling deeper and deeper into that softness, that relaxation. We'll take 2 or 3 minutes here, friends. Like to stay in Shavasana a little while longer, please be my guest. Simply let the sound of my voice wash over and away from you. If you're ready to come up, just very gently Begin to take a little movement in fingers and toes, wrists and ankles, waking the body back up. Maybe stretching overhead, maybe drawing the knees into the body, maybe simply rolling over onto your favorite side. Being really gentle with yourself. And when ready, just simply press on up to that seated position, whatever that looks like to you. Let's take hands to heart center, pressing palms together. Gentle softening of the face and a lowering of the chin. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope you found something new within yourself, something joyful that you can take with you for the rest of today and the rest of this week. Please join me again on this YouTube channel. The light within me certainly honors the light within each and every one of you out there. Namaste, my friends.